Let's talk about why being a loser is a generational curse. And if you don't know what a loser is, that's a lame woman and a lame man, okay? When someone's like, oh my God, they just lame, like it's a loser, okay? That's a generational curse, okay? They got a curse upon them, okay? Either from the bloodline mixing, somebody lied, somebody deceived, somebody manipulated, somebody crossed a high priestess, and they got cursed. It's a generational curse. Now, let's talk about the men first, okay? And then we're going to talk about the women, okay? Because lameness has no gender. Loser has no gender, okay? It's a spirit. So let's talk about lameness in men, loser men. You could be going to work with loser men in your neighborhood. Some of y'all are married to losers. Some of you guys are dating losers, and your baby daddy is a lame. Okay, and what is that to be exact? Well, your baby daddy or this man is a loser because he could have pretended to be something that he's not to get you. And then once he got you where he thinks that he has you, he flips the switch. Okay. Only losers do that. If you have to be deceptive to get somebody, you a loser. I don't see how y'all did not see the signs of him being a loser. I'm not sure why y'all didn't see it at first, but yeah, he's definitely a lame and a loser. So this is the type of man, if they are at your job or he's your coworker or something like that, he's always trying to find a way to talk to you. He always trying to get a glimpse of you, but he can't speak to you. Have you noticed that a lot of losers, they can only look, but they can't speak? It's because energetically, they cannot trespass your energy, okay? They can only meet energy where it is. So this is why you have the widows that be trying to lurk and stalk and stuff like that, because they know they're not an energetic match. Okay, so that's all they can do is look, okay? You gotta stand 10 toes down when you're dealing with those type of weird ass people to let them know who they playing with. Cause they think that they're crazy, but they're not as crazy as you, okay? Especially when it comes to your boundaries, okay? You're gonna have to stand 10 toes down about yourself, okay? But a lot of those people, they're energetically cannot comprehend. You guys are not on the same vibration, so they're always looking, whispering, trying to get a vicinity. I just say block their view, and try to, change as much as you can, be unpredictable as much as you can, or try to just, get another job or transfer, okay? Or get a real one, get a real man to step in, okay? Because let's talk about lame is scared of real masculine men. They're afraid, okay? And so some of y'all are married or dating men that are lame. These are the type of men that make your baby mama, trying to pretend to be one thing, turn out to be another thing. And, they just lied their whole way. Okay, but there were signs. Signs were there. But they use their emotional manipulation to begin women, okay? So yeah, some of y'all are dating losers right now to where they want you to stay at home. They don't want you to have no job. They want you to completely, depend on them. They don't want you to be getting cute. They don't want another man seeing you because they cannot compete. They don't like competition, and they know that they got lucky by, being with you. So they want to keep you stuck or trapped. That's the number one way, you're dealing with a loser man, is if you're with them, they don't want you causing any attention to yourself. They don't want any attention being on you. They want you to be hidden. They want you to be hidden out the way, lock you up with a key, and that's it. Because they already know that they're not supposed to be with you in the first place. And they're jealous of you. Now let's talk about loserness in women, okay? These are the type of women where either when they first meet you, they got a problem, they don't like you, they're lame, they're losers, okay? They already energetically tell that you feel like that you're better than them, but that's just the energy. They know you're not going for what they go for. They know that you haven't settled with what they settle for. So this is why they're mad in the first place, because you wouldn't dare settle for what they already settled for. These type of women get used and abused, okay? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 baby mamas, baby daddies. Men driving their car. She buying his shoes, clothes. She's taking care of this man while she's working 3 jobs. She's a loser. She's a loser. She makes excuses for her boyfriend. He can dog her out and she'll take him back. She'll cry to you and take him back. She's a loser. And even if she does get rid of that loser, she's still a loser. It doesn't matter if she's with a man or not with a man. She's a lame. She's a loser. And there's a lot of loser women in leadership positions. Doctors, lawyers, judges, nurses, everywhere. Loser women is everywhere, and they will use their position of power to try to bully another woman because she's a loser. And also, that's a number one sign. When a loser has power, they will abuse it because they are a loser. Loser has no self-control. Losers never be in charge of anything. So once they get in charge of something, they're going to abuse it by nature because they're lame. Doesn't matter what type of car they got, doesn't matter what type of house they got, no matter how much money that they have, they are losers. They will always have that loser mentality, and that's just what it is. So even if they are married long-term, baby, best believe that their spouse is a hostage. They're in a hostage situation, okay? Losers try to make it impossible for you to leave them. And losers are just as dangerous as haters. Imagine being married to a loser and you want a divorce. They're going to be the craziest mothers that you ever seen because they know they cannot get nobody else. They're telling you that they're the best that you can do. No, you are the best that they have ever done in their life. And this is why they go to great lengths to try to keep you bound to them. They're losers. They are lames, okay? No amount of money can unlame them. This is why there's like a lot of men, they got houses, they got cars, they got money, and women still won't sleep with them. Women don't even want to use them for their money because they're so lame. So they have to sleep with their homeboys. They got to be in that house by themselves every day with their dogs or with their cat. They're talking about old ladies, old women with cats. They ain't talking about these men with the dogs and cats though, because they are lame. Nobody want them. They're not solitary by choice. They're solitary because they're lame and they're losers. And they're not able to manifest what they want and what they desire because they can't. They're lame. There's a blockage. There's a blockage with a lock and key, baby. They are binded. They are spiritually binded. You may think that just because they have their job and went to school and they got a good career, that they're living their best life. But spiritually, they are binded. So there is no joy in their manifestations. There's no joy in that. There's no joy. They're stressed. Now they got to work 60, 80 hours, overtime to keep this house, to keep this nice Benz, to keep this, they're not spiritually satisfied, and they don't get joy in this life. They're cursed. The same as the women. They're the one that got to pay these young men. Y'all talk about men being like cougars. Women are cougars. They got to pay these young men to play. They are losers. They are losers. They are bottom of the barrel. They have been spiritually just ran through there. Okay. And sometimes, like I said, sometimes it's not generationally, passed down. Sometimes losers are just made. Losers are just made sometimes in this life for what it is that they're, settling for, what they decided to accept, what they continue to accept for a long period of time. All the cycles that they continue to keep doing. So in their 20s, they'll do the same thing. The 30s, they're doing the same thing. The 40s, they'll do the same thing. Now they're 50, they're trying to do a new cycle. It's going to be hard because they have that loser energy still intact on them. And they're going to have to go to the Most High to see how can they be able to, get that curse off of them. Because it's a curse. Some of them are generational, and some of them put them curse on themselves. Because their mama wasn't lame, their daddy wasn't lame, but somehow when they went out into the world, they just became a lame. Spiritual loser. And I know you guys are probably asking, how can they unlame themselves? How can they get their energy off of them? Like I said, I've never seen a loser not continue to be a loser. Okay, I've never not seen it. So if you have been a loser and been this energy and you got it off them, got it off you, comment down in the comments, okay? Comment down in the comments, okay? Now, say if, like I said, if this someone try to put that loser curse on you, it will automatically be broken because it's not your energy. So if someone try to put that loser curse or loser energy on you to make you invisible or something like that, it will eventually be broken off because it's not your energetic signature. You're going to be looking like, this not me. Where is this energy coming from? And as more as you keep doing that spiritual cleansing, the more you keep sending that energy back, you're going to find out who was sending it. You're going to find out who was sending it real quick. It's not your authentic energy. So yeah, it is something that somebody can try to throw on you, but it's easily to break when it's not even you. Sometimes be that man that you're sleeping with. Sometimes it be that friend that you're so-called friendship with. Sometimes be that family member that you're cool with that's putting that loser spirit on you. Be careful. Because, because that loser spirit always try to put that loser spirit on somebody else. So then they're going to be getting your shine and you're going to be the loser. You're going to be the one who's lame. You're the one who's getting all these weird men. You're the one who's attracting these weird things. You're the one who's attracting these weird opportunities that's not a vibrational match because you are in vicinity of a loser. And that spirit is contagious. Keep a distance, okay? Keep a distance. But comment down below if you know a loser, you've seen a loser. People try to put that loser energy on you. You have a loser baby daddy. You have a loser baby mama. You have a loser ex-wife, or you have a loser ex-husband. Comment down below and I'll see you guys in the next video.